Welcome to G-Lite Concepts. Today we are going to design a sticker in CorelDRAW for print purpose. So to do that, we'll pick our rectangle tool and we'll draw our rectangle. Then we're going to set our unit of measurement to inches. So I will click on this and we'll set it to 3.2 by 2.1 because that's the ID card size we'll be using, 3.2 by 2.1. So you can as well set the entire page to that size. If you want to set the page to that, you can just come here again and just say 3.2 by 2.1, 2.1, and then you hit enter. So that is going to be easier for us. Just click on P and your square is here. You can choose to give it a color white. You can choose to leave it blank. That's all good. So this is the information here. I kept this information here because I didn't want us to go through the process of picking one by one and one by one. So everything is typed and we're just going to run our design. So this is our picture. You drag it and you power clip in here, power clip inside. Just right click and hold and you take it to the square. And when you see that sign like a sniper, then you drop it. Alright, so let's edit power clip and adjust our picture. This power clip, we just take it down a little. In designing a sticker, you make sure that your your picture is big enough because the sticker is a small size, so if it's not big enough when printed it's going to blur a little bit, so you need to keep that in mind while designing a sticker. So you can see that our picture now fits here properly. Okay, let's edit power clip again. You can just double click to edit power clip or you just right click and come to edit power clip, and there you go. So now let's pick our circle here and just draw something like this. Yes, I think this will serve us. We can reduce it a bit, not something too big, just something that will give us something we want. Yeah. So let's pick our interactive fill tool and just drag. Let's give this a color first. Let's say let's use the color of this dress he's wearing. Okay, let's just zoom so that we can pick a nice color there. So that's the color of the dress. We just fill it into this. And then let's use our interactive filter now to give this something nice look. So we're going to make this here this color. And we're going to give this down here black color. So I think the black should prevail more. Black should be more dominant. We can just adjust this one to something like this. Something like this. Just adjust it to fit anyhow you choose to make your design. So we're going to remove the outline of this. Just come here and say none. And then let's duplicate this. Then make it white and control page down. You can always just right click and say okay, you can see that there. So let's control page down to take it to the back of that, and let's bring it somewhere here. You can let's add it a little bit so that we can just make it. I just want it to be bigger than this, or something like this. Yes, is this too big? We can always reduce it just to fit. Shift and C, select the two and press C to align in the center. So let's finish this and see how it's looking. Okay, we are getting close. So let's double click again to edit power clip and let's give this some shadow. Let's give this some shadow so that we can see where it is properly. Now the shadow it's nice, but it's too much because when printing this work, the black shadow is going to cast on the white and it won't look so neat. So we're going to reduce this shadow. We just come here and reduce this shadow to maybe 7 and hit enter. You can see it has reduced, not too much, but it has reduced. So there you go. I would love to select this all and reduce the size a little bit. Yes, because the picture is my most important thing. So let's finish that. Now it's time for us to place our text. I don't love the way this color is looking here. Let's just take this closer and take this way. Yeah, I think I prefer this now. So let's finish that. Now let's come to our right top. This is our thanks. I've written everything in Times New Roman. So during the course of our designing now, we are going to change the fonts. You went down, control page up to bring it up. Just keep pressing it if it doesn't come at the first time you press that. So now we are going to, let's bring our coming in here. Yes. You can use control page up to bring it up. Then use arrow keys to navigate it how you want it to be. You can let's change the fonts. What are we going to use here? Nope, I don't like that. Let me search. Let's use tempting. If you don't have these fonts on your system, you need to download it. You can go to the fonts or any websites that download fonts and you can get that done. So that's thanks. Let's bring it down a little bit. That's thanks. This is tempting. And let's use another font for this. Should we use the same tempting? No, it doesn't look nice. Let's use Kujai. Do I have anything like Kujai here? Okay. Yes, here it is. This, let's use this. Thanks for coming. Now we can reduce our coming. We can choose to leave it this way, but this is a sticker design, so you need your fonts to be bold so that when it's printed, it can come out very well. If you just make the fonts not bold, this is small size, like I said, it's not going to come out well. So now let's bring our names. This is Tedo. Control page up. Of course, this name might be hard to call. Okay. Let's. What font are we going to give to this? Let's give this. Let's give this Swiss. Any font. Yes. Let's use this. I love this because it's bold already. You can see add it here, but this is okay for me. And then let's bring this to. Give this also the same font. Swiss 721BT. That's the font we're using. Control page up to bring this up. And let's bring our and. Let's pick our and bring it right in here. You can see how that's aligned. I can just leave it there. Control page up and use the arrow key to just navigate it down. And then maybe move our and that name to the top right here. So you can see this. We're already creating something. We can just reduce this a little bit. You can choose to leave it here anyhow you want it, but I think I want this and to go up a little more, just sit around here so that this name can also move up right here. And then let's see, I love aligning my work, just make use of rulers. Let's see how the top alignment is. This is, let's keep this around here. You can choose to make this in the center of this or bring it down here depending on how you want it to be, or just to fit. So let's come here and 18.36. Let's just make this 17 and see. And then let's take it to well aligned. And let's make this 17 also. And also make it well aligned. Now, is this and in the middle? Let's group that shift. You press hold shift and you select this table and just press C. I can see that it's now aligning perfectly in the middle of this. So we'll leave it that way. Now we pick our dates and we keep it right here. Control page up. Sorry, that's happening because I already typed everything, and then so bringing it in is going to make some little. It's going to go down because the text was already typed. Well, See, we can move. Let's bring this cut C and press it, put it right here. Control page up. Let's move it up a little bit. So our cut C can be, let's give it 7. It's not the most important thing, though it's important. Let's just keep it there, and then let's bring our dates down a little bit. So now we have something here. We have a sticker design here. You can as well make a lot of changes. Let's remove the outline. Remove this outline. Now this is it. You can make some changes. You can choose to say, okay, let's make this picture go up a little bit. You can choose to say, okay, let's take this side a little bit and finish it to be something like this. As well, we can say, let's bring this inside more to this point, and let's shift this person's to the right, something like this, and just a little bit left. And let's finish that. So you can see, depends on how you want your work to be, you make some necessary adjustments with it. You can see that all my fonts are bold. Should we change these fonts? Yes, this is what? This is Times New Roman. Let's change that to Swiss or Poppins or what? We can leave it at this. We can still use Swiss. But that's it. Nah, I don't like that. Let's just leave it at here. Let's leave it like Times New Roman. Maybe bring it down a little bit. There you go. Uh, there you go. You can say, okay, let me add a little shadow to this to maybe make it stand out where. That's your choice though. So you can just add a little shadow here, and you can add a little shadow here as well. You might not make any great changes, but there's always a change. You can choose to say, okay, this inside color is not too bright for me. Let me make some adjustments. You can just always come to your interactive view tool and do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do, how you choose to do it. So this is how you can just design a simple sticker in CorelDRAW for print purpose. And here we go. Let's finish that way. And there you go. You can control undo to undo any changes you don't like. So this is our sticker here, well aligned, well designed, and let's see the full screen preview of this. Here you go. Thank you for watching, and do remember to come back for more.